Wait, not yet. Okay, try that again. Second sticks. Okay, moving on. We're good. We're good.
All right, we learned about immortality and Darth Plagueis the Wise.
Yes, Darth plagiarized us the wise.
Cool scene though. I mean,
cool scene. I like the bubbles. Don't get me wrong, and they look cool.
Yeah, they look
the
cool.
Audience doesn't look great.
No,
that
Palpatine
looks like a video game audience.
Yeah, Palpatine's starting to feel more evil, which is kind of cool here.
Yeah. When I agree. Telling his Sith Lord tales, it's just like, oh shit, he's coming out. Yep, he gets Anakin to fly a little too close to the sun there, or should we say a little too close to Mustafar?
It's good.
Yeah, thanks. All right, split up the dynamic duo. I like Obi-Wan gets another cool ship. I like it in blue a lot. I think that's a great look.
Yeah, that's good. We go to like the Swiss cheese planet, just full of holes. That's where everyone lives.
Oh yeah, there's what's that phobia about holes? I forget.
I forget about it too. I know which one you're talking about. Where like if someone sees like honeycomb, they're like, I'm too spooky for me.
Yeah. Man, it looks like this guy on this planet kind of looks like Darth Plagueis.
Yeah, he's a certain species. There's been a couple of live action interpretations of whatever alien species that is. I always thought he looked wild when I was a kid. I always thought that like he was like attacked, and that's why he had all those lines on his head.
Oh.
He's like cut up. He's like, oh, General Grievous is here, and it's real scary. And like he's got the droids, and I was like, oh, did he like torture him? And he's just like now upset about it.
Oh yeah, he kind of looks like oh shit, what's that monument? I just had it. Devil's Tower.
Yeah.
His head looks like Devil's Tower.
You know, it's not far off. All right, so we got the Devil's Tower head aliens.
Devil's Tower Darth Plagueis.
Yeah, he sits there and just spilled all of the beans on Grievous.
I know. Gave him all the tea. He was so happy to see him. And then Obi-Wan's basically like, all right, let's get it. Clones come in, battle begins.
Yeah, it's a cool sequence. Again, a lot of just like fun. This one feels like Star Wars is actually occurring.
Yeah. This is a nice little clone war right here.
Yeah,
and the clones are cool as shit too here.
Yeah, I'd say the Mark III armor, I think is what it's called, where they kind of get that more in between stormtrooper and clone trooper armor. It's really good looking, and the different colors for the different like legions of clone troopers. Also, just a really nice touch.
Oof. You know what they should do? You know how like they've made Rogue One, these stories that like, why don't they make some more Clone War movies?
I mean, they have a 7-season TV show about it.
Yeah, but like live action would be way cooler.
This is true. It would be cooler. But that TV show kind of bangs, I will say.
Yeah, I guess I just have to watch it.
You do. And honestly, the best episodes are the ones with no Jedi and it's only clones.
Yeah.
So those episodes are so fucking cool.
Yeah. Clones are a good time.
Clones are cool, and like the talk about like individuality over being just like an instrument of war doesn't really get discussed here. They just look cool. They're kind of like stormtroopers, and they kill droids, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yep. So they go on their little cat and mouse chase. And I always thought it was funny how like one of the lightsabers Grievous has like pretty much looks like doesn't he have like Anakin and Obi-Wan's lightsaber on his belt or in his hands?
I think so.
Yeah,
it's kind
of silly.
It's a four-armed robot alien with laser swords. It can only go so far. How much
work would have like? This just didn't really make any sense to me. Like it's not even a fun Easter egg. Like a fun Easter egg would be like to give them their old lightsabers.
Yeah, or like throw Qui-Gon's on there or something.
Yeah, something like that.
I like that he's not just like wielding around red lightsabers though. Like I like that he's got different colors.
Definitely. Yeah, it's a really fun fight scene with those two. And General Grievous's death is flamey, and it's a good time.
Yep, good. Like another subtle callback to the original. A New Hope, like when Obi-Wan just
uncivilized.
It's these the little moments that make you go like, oh, see, I get it. I can see this character like when they were younger. Now they're older than once. Other than just like shoehorned in Chewbacca in this movie, which I want to say we'll talk about weird looking Chewbacca.
Yeah,
the Easter eggs sometimes are good, and then there's sometimes really a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, basically. All right, so an hour into this movie, things get pretty friggin' hairy.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy, like that we only get 1 hour of Anakin turning to the dark side. But yeah, so okay, so yeah, we kind of find out that he's a Sith. General Grievous gets fried. He goes and tells Mace Windu there, and it's like, good, yeah, let's. What they needed was probably John Travolta, and then they just would have needed, Samuel L. Jackson, John Travolta, go in as Jules. What's John Travolta's name in Pulp Fiction? Do you remember?
So I have never seen Pulp Fiction before.
It's a fun movie. You would like it.
I know. It is one of those ones I never got around to. Quentin Tarantino movies, I am not like on the edge of my seat for the next one coming out.
That's good. I think when I was like a teenager, probably through like early 20s, I was a big Quentin Tarantino guy, much like many teenage boys through their, pretty early 20s. And then at a certain point, you realize that there's more to life. But Pulp Fiction is a classic.
Yeah, I need to watch it.
Movie. A little problematic for sure, but overall it's very fun. I watched it with my uncle. It's like a good movie to watch with your uncle, like your cool uncle.
Yeah, the cool uncle. Not like the one who's a suit and tie, but like the blue collar uncle.
Exactly. The one who wants to get drunk with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was a good movie to watch, and I hadn't seen it in a long time.
My Quentin Tarantino experience. One time in high school, this was during finals week, and our teacher had gotten pregnant, and so then she had her kid, and then so we had a substitute teacher in the room, and obviously when high schoolers see a substitute, it's just like blood in the water. Like we're just gonna do whatever the hell we want. And so finals, they changed the schedule, and it's all kind of messed up because you have to take your tests and stuff, and they're trying to emulate more of a college thing at our high school. And so we finished the Spanish final, like pretty much everyone was done within like half an hour, pretty quick. And we had 2 hours on the schedule and for this class. So what we ended up doing for the other hour and a half is she's like, you know what, you guys can watch whatever you want on Netflix. Don't worry about us. I had just watched Inglourious Bastards, and I was the first one of my friends to have seen Inglourious Bastards. So it's like, all right, cool. Yeah, we'll throw on like a history movie. Is that okay? It's like a war movie, but it's like history. And she's like, yeah, no, of course, go for it. And then something happened with her daughter at the school, so she just left the classroom. So we just all sat around watching Inglourious Bastards for school, just because.
That rocks.
It was a cool time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we all have fun Quentin Tarantino experiences.
Yeah, I like Inglourious Bastards as well.
It's a fun one.
Movie.
We're talking Star Wars.
But we're talking Star Wars.
We're talking about some wild scenes coming up here.
Yeah. Yeah, so Anakin goes to chill in the Jedi Council room and cry a little. Padme just knows something is wrong. A mother always knows. Also, great movie to podcast about on Mother's Day.
Yeah. Shout out to all our moms out there.
Make sure
you're not married. Yeah. Make sure you're not having a child with a guy who murders children, slaughters them like animals.
Yeah, if there's one thing to look out for when choosing counterpart is like, would this person slaughter younglings? Is there a history of him slaughtering things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red flags.
Red
we
flags.
ignored them because Hayden Christensen, again, he's looking good. He's just looking real cool in this movie.
I mean, I just want to, a little callback to when he was in his pajamas on Naboo. Do you think any of us could have said no to that?
No. You can't say no to this guy. And now he's got like the cool metal hand. So now he like looks like robot and is like,
what are we gonna do with that metal hand?
A metal hand, 6-pack abs, pajamas. You gonna say no?
No,
you're not saying no. We're not saying no to Hayden Christensen. Yeah, he has his little internal debate. I do like that scene though, where he's sitting in the council room by himself, like having to debate, like a silent. The audience knows what's happening, which is a neat little it's a neat trick they do. And I wish they would do it more often, where they would just try like some unspoken story telling, but exposition all day for the prequels.
Yeah. Yep. They pass some time. Here comes Samuel L. Jackson to make the arrest. And that does not go to plan.
What a wild scene.
Yeah.
It's not a good one. I don't like this scene at all.
No, they could have made this way cooler. I think we all know that by now.
Yeah.
I mean, just the way Kit Fisto quick stab, like they should have had fun with it.
Yeah, like how did every Jedi, except for Mace Windu, just get murdered like immediately? Like they're hardened generals now.
Yeah, like the only logic is like, well, that's just how powerful he is.
Just doesn't seem like a powerful move when he just like
they could have still stab. I think they could have had a better fight scene for sure. I mean, I guess the movie was already 2 hours and 20 minutes, but like nobody's going to complain if it's only longer because of a dank ass lightsaber fight.
Yeah, like if it's cool lightsaber fights that mean a lot, let's go for it.
Like that would have been a fun thing, seeing him just like kick 4 Jedi's ass and like all over the place.
Yeah.
All right, here comes Anakin to cut off Mace Windu's hand.
Also, it's just like how quick he is on that. Just he's in there. Mace Windu's like, he is just murdered 4 Jedi. He's like the evilest guy. You should maybe be cautious of him. Anakin's like, no. Your hand's gone now.
Yeah. Yeah.
We get unlimited power, great internet memes here. Just
Palpatine turns into a real butt face.
Yeah. Unlimited power.
Yeah, this is such a dark and sad scene.
Yeah, and then he just like shoots out like Mace Windu out the window.
It's like you just kind of can't believe it.
Yeah, this movie really does go like, I wonder what's gonna happen next. And she's just like, oh, okay, we're going balls to the wall now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, everybody just dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, sad to see Mace Windu get it. Rip King.
Yeah, great, cool death. I mean, like if we're gonna go off of like ranking the deaths of the Jedi in this movie, one of the better ones.
Yeah, definitely went out with it was definitely a shocking death. You could certainly say that. cheeky bastard.
And then all-time line, execute order 66.
Execute order 66. Yeah, then there's the montage of death, the attempt on Obi-Wan's life to kick it off.
Yeah, good.
And then who do we get next? Kayindi Mundi.
Yeah.
Just
that one's pretty heartbreaking. The Kayindi Mundi one.
He just really didn't see it coming.
No, and he was so ready to like win that little battlefield he's on. Like he's ready to go. And then they're just like, no, you're dead. You're gonna die now.
Yeah, no. Oh man, I'm just watching Order 66 right now, and it never doesn't hurt.
No, and like with all the new media, and I know people online have been complaining, like, oh, why do we just keep revisiting Order 66? Like, why do they show new footage of Order 66? I'm like, because like the most important thing that's happened in like hundreds of years.
Yeah, literally. I mean, you had the invention of the steam engine.
Yeah.
You had
man taking flight.
Yeah, space, the invention of the sandwich, microwaves, and then you have Order 66.
Mm-hmm.
That never forget. That's all I gotta say is
Never forget Order 66. And like every time they show it, it's always something pretty dark. Like you know what's happening, but there's a pretty good spin on Order 66 quite a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, even in the new spoiler alert, hold up real quick, spoiler alert, Mandalorian spoilers for all the people who are still watching that show. I mean, they even use Order 66 to redeem Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
Because they take his actor, they take the guy, I forget his name,
right.
but they take him, a guy who really hates Star Wars, became like depressed beyond all belief, had a fandom nearly ruin his life. And the creators of Star Wars gave him like a second chance with Order 66.
Yeah.
And it's cool. He saves Baby Yoda. How are you going to be mad at Jar Jar Binks knowing he saved Baby Yoda?
Yeah.
Just can't.
You said it, man.
All right, I'm off my soapbox for Jar Jar Binks.
I was happy that he was happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sucks that people were so mean to him.
Yeah, man, went through a rough time, but
it's not his fault.
No. Yeah, but lots of deaths, and then
lots of deaths. Can't kill Yoda though. Nope. Yoda says, "You know what? I see your blasters, and how about I take off your heads?"
Yeah.
Take off your heads? I'll take off your heads.
Best looking clone troopers are the ones on Kashyyyk.
Cool.
The Kashyyyk
so cool.
Clone troopers are the dopest ones I think that have ever been shown on TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So he just cuts off their heads, chills up.
Yeah.
Yep. Sees Chewbacca, is like, all right, man, this is hard. Wookiees and Yoda. They gotta take care of business now that the clones have just turned on him and started killing everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. But Wookiees are always good for it.
Yeah.
They're OG, they're ride or die.
Yeah.
They're not there. You can't manipulate a Wookiee.
No.
Okay, so into the Jedi Temple, Order 66 movie's taking a very dark turn.
Mm-hmm.
And the wonderful line that broke all of our hearts, Master Skywalker, there's too many of them. What are we going to do?
Lightsaber noises.
And cut to wide.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a tough one.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, that's a rough scene. I think as a kid watching it, didn't really comprehend what was going on. I'm like, oh, just killing all the Jedi. That's crazy. I didn't like fully take in the whole, oh, children just got murdered.
I remember, like, it was just like, actually, I remember my friend who didn't like Star Wars as much as me had seen it. And I'm like, what'd you think? And he's like, that part was really dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess once that happens, there's just no coming. I mean, obviously after he kills Mace Windu, there's not really much coming back, but after he kills those kids, it's like, ooh, buddy.
Yeah. That's
buddy.
That's bad. And
crossed the line.
Wasn't even him like putting the clone troopers in the rooms on like, hey, take care of these kids. Like he said, stand back. I'm gonna take care of the children, not like the Jedi who are fighting back and kind of killing all these clones and stuff, and like the problematic ones. He's like, no, I got the kids. You guys go take care of this.
Well, in his defense, he had just finished reading both Old Yeller and Of Mice and Men, so he knew it was his responsibility.
Yeah, no one else is gonna kill the kids.
Yeah, he was just trying to do it quick.
Yeah.
Padme's getting worried. She's like, "Oh no, the Jedi Temple's on fire. How strange."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's his name tries to come. He checks it out. What Mr. Organa?
Senator
name?
Organa. I just call him Senator Organa.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah. He comes. He's like, all right, there's some weird stuff going on. Let's get you to a safe house.
Yeah. Yeah. You got a baby girl you got to raise.
Yeah. Well, and
Little
it's
Jedi
also
comes.
yeah. Well, it's also wild how they were just like, oh, the Jedi are evil. That's why we have to murder all of them.
Yeah, we just realized.
Yeah.
You believe that? Just realized. So yeah, we systematically executed them.
Mm-hmm.
What else are you gonna do?
Don't worry about
What
it.
happened to the kids? Camp.
Yeah, they went to summer camps actually. Some nice
Summer
ones.
camps. Yeah, it's a
Kashyyyk.
Jedi conversion camp on Kashyyyk. Yeah, with the Wookiees.
Mm-hmm.
Hope they're
Yeah. Yoda's over there. We're gonna go talk to Yoda. We're gonna kill everyone else.
Yoda.
We're gonna talk to Yoda.
I mean, we think we can get a deal with get him over to Sesame Street and just kind of get him out of here.
Yeah.
Muppet transitive contract.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The public's just like reasoning is like they're evil. We killed them. Good job, guys.
Yeah. Good. Sadly, we see a bunch of dead Wookiees.
Mm-hmm.
That's always a bummer. God, this movie's so sad.
It's sad. It's long. Unfortunately, they still have to throw in some weird dialogue every once in a while just to keep us on our toes.
Yeah. Just Hayden Christensen off his friggin' rocker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then we get Obi-Wan and Yoda to the temple.
Yeah. Yeah, they're hella bummed about the whole thing, you can tell.
Mm-hmm. And then Yoda just blatantly tells Obi-Wan that he just has to go kill Anakin, pretty much.
Once again, big of my old Yeller vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Go kill your responsible party.
Yeah, like, Yoda, why don't we try to, like, why don't you go fucking kill Anakin? Like, why I have to be the one to kill Anakin?
You know, and they, again, maybe a little better together kind of a situation.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, yeah, I mean, between Yoda and Obi-Wan, they probably could have finished that job.
Yeah. But, yeah, Yoda's like, no, I sense a Sith. Better go sniff him out and go get him.
Gotta go get him. Get him. Gotta go get him.
Yeah.
Padme is still looking good. I gotta say, 9 months in, just looking like an absolute queen, still totally glowing.
Yeah, she's doing great for herself.
And her sweaters, just her maternity clothes. It's just nice to know that she never loses a sense of fashion throughout this process.
Yeah.
Classy lady.
She's not classy. Like she does politics, she does fashion, she does motherhood. What else do you need?
You can't really say she does motherhood. She's really followed through with it.
She didn't follow through. She started the process.
She did. She technically, she's checkmarked.
Yeah.
She did reproduce, so God bless her.
Mm-hmm.
And those were important children, obviously.
Yes.
And little Jerry Springer action. Obi-Wan figures it out. Anakin is daddy, not Padme. Who is daddy? Was it Padme's daddy?
Yeah, Padme is daddy in that relationship.
Yeah, Padme was not very daddy in this movie.
No, she's just wanted Anakin to quit everything, and she's like, it's okay.
She became mommy. She really did become mommy.
Yeah, Anakin zaddy in this movie until he murders.
Not a good, and yeah, he's just not a good zaddy.
Yeah,
he just did not get the memo. So major bummer there.
Yeah.
All right, now time to get on the shiny ship and go whip Anakin into shape.
Yeah, because he just murdered every political leader of the Separatists.
Yeah, which I guess nobody really gave a shit about. You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, and of all the plot holes that Star Wars has, and the minor inconsistencies, the fact that they took that extra effort, just be and by the way, we killed all the Confederate leaders, so don't worry about it. There's no chance for Separatist uprising again.
Yeah. Yeah, they had to tie that one up. Why, why weren't there any battle droids?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah, by the way, just finish that.
By the way, Anakin loves killing Separatists among children and Jedi.
Yeah. He's just on a killing spree.
And rebels. Yeah. Killing spree.
Yeah.
So a little field trip to Mustafar. Obi-Wan lets Anakin strangle his wife for a long time before popping out of that ship and intervening.
Yeah, and like Anakin, again, just really getting weird with the trigger happy killings that he's doing. He's just like, oh, my wife or potential wife with my kids, we're gonna like have a great life together.
That's his wife. They got married at the
that's right, they got married.
the
Yeah,
clones.
his wife. He's like, all right, yeah, so I killed a bunch of people. Don't worry, they're evil. I'm not the evil one here. And then she's like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't have killed all those people. That's kind of scary, man. And then Obi-Wan just strikes a pose on the ship real quick.
He's just like, let me look really good in the studio lighting.
Mm-hmm.
Scottish king over here.
Yeah, and then Anakin immediately is like, oh, you're with basically a father figure to me? Oh, I'm killing you for that one.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild how he just, like, his logic in this scene is bonkers.
Yeah, there must be something about killing kids that really twists up the soul.
Possibly.
Call it a hunch.
Yeah. So chokes his wife.
He deals in some absolutes.
Yeah.
And Obi-Wan calls him out on his absolutes by dealing in an absolute, which we just missed that little logical fallacy here, but
yeah, and then just the lines written, not the delivery, because the delivery does the best they can with part of my new empire. Your new empire. So it's just straight out of Monty Python with that line.
Monty Pop.
Yeah.
It's not technically yours.
Yeah.
It's the Emperor's. Yeah. Dank lightsaber fight nonetheless. Get to see we get to see the old geezers go at it.
Love that fight, because at this point I'm already like, they've kind of ruined Yoda. They've not really gone with the whole like he's just a Force goblin who's really wise. This man's out for blood still.
He's got a lightsaber and it's 2 feet long.
Yeah.
Watch out. It's watch out how you use it.
Yeah, and then he does like flips and they're throwing Senate chairs at each other and going crazy on the battlefield. And then he does like a Hadouken at one point. Like he just
Hadouken!
Like, yeah, dude, like he catches it like with his hands and then throws it back at him. They both fall. Yeah. And Yoda just gets up and leaves. Like he's like, "Fuck, I lost this one, man. All right, I'll see y'all later."
You know, I could try again, or I could find the nearest swamp planet and just probably eat a lot of shrooms and just give up.
Yeah,
I'll do the latter.
Yeah, like, yeah, his self-exile is weird.
Yeah,
I get that he was like, oh, you know, it's kind of my fault this happened. He blames himself, you know, takes too much on.
Look, he can take some responsibility, but not to the point of inaction. I think, you know, it's not healthy.
It's not healthy. And then, you know, we fast forward back to Mustafar, sick lightsaber fight still going on, doing the classic spins, you know.
I do just want to shout out the death of the guards in the red. That's always a fun time when Yoda walks in.
Just Ford pushes them against the wall and they just collapse.
I would like to see an edit with Kesha's, you know, the party don't start till I walk in.
Boom. Yeah.
We need. It sounds like I've got the rest of my afternoon cut out for me.
Yeah, it's a weird fight. It's funny at that point. This movie's gone off the walls sometimes.
Yeah.
And gotta have
off the walls, balls to the walls.
Just so much happening.
So much happening. Space wizards doing space wizard things. Mustafar. One thing I remember is how many stores were like, back in 2005, it used to be fun to like walk through the electronics section of stores. I don't find that fun anymore. But like every TV always had this lightsaber fight on. Best Buy was using it to sell TVs. Memorable.
It's good.
Memorable.
It's memorable. It's Yeah, it's good. It's a fun fight.
It looked dank. Lava looks great. Good VFX, I gotta say.
Like the VFX look great here. The choreography is pretty good. It's not like over the top. Like,
oh, it is quite the dance.
Yeah, it feels like they're trying to kill each other until they do the weird spinning, and then it gets like, all right, well, all right, we gotta throw a little flair into our fight though. We can't just keep it sword fighting. We gotta do like little flips and spins just to keep the audience lively.
It would have been fun if Anakin was like losing limbs throughout the fight.
Yeah,
like if he lost an arm like partway through the fight.
Yeah, like if he loses like his non-metal arms and stuff. Just,
yeah,
like, hinting like, I know we're gonna get to see Darth Vader in like 10 minutes, but even if we just do some foreshadowing for 10 minutes, like that'd be cool.
Yeah, I think it would have been. You didn't have to do all three limbs at once.
Mm-hmm.
So dank fight occurs, and then the unfathomable happens. Obi-Wan gets the high ground.
Like, who would have known that was how he's gonna win and save the day?
I mean, he has the. What do you not under? He has the high ground. It's his.
He even told Anakin, "Don't do it. Don't do it. I have the high ground. I told you shouldn't do this." But Anakin wants to fuck around and find out, so he fucks around and he finds out. You don't lose to the high. You always lose to the high ground.
Yep, then he gets all of his limbs chopped off, and he only has his robot hand left, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Loses his great head of hair.
Oh, damn, they looked really good in this movie.
Yeah, it looks good, and it kind of makes Obi-Wan look a little bit like a sick freak, just seeing like a man suffering beyond belief. And he goes, you know what? I'm gonna head out. I'm not gonna. I could push you into the lava. I could just go down and stab you real quick. I could force choke you. I could do multiple ways to like put you out of your misery and end this. But dinner's ready, so I'm a skedaddle.
Yeah, I am just starved. Really
woke
up. I mean, I guess it's an extension of his weaknesses here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sad shit.
It's sad.
Sad shit.
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor, that was a good choice they made. Of all the bad choices they made in these movies, at least they got Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, I feel like the casting does good.
I was able to definitely like watch the Obi-Wan series just for Ewan McGregor alone. Like there's a lot of bad stuff there. Yeah, I get it. The effects were bad, a lot of bad acting, a lot of bad cinematography. But
but Ewan McGregor looks good.
Yeah, I mean he's tremendous actor too if he could really stand up and act throughout the Obi-Wan series.
I just don't think he was given great material. Darth Vader's cool in that show too, though. I will say, like, they, like the characters we care about, they do really good, and then they just kind of drop the ball with everybody else.
Everything else. Well, and that's probably metaphoric of their budgets, and they probably spent all their money on Ewan McGregor and. Probably mostly Ewan. I don't think Hayden was probably all that expensive.
Hayden probably just was like, hey, $5, I'll do a lightsaber fight.
Yeah. He was about to run out of a diner, and then he's like, oh, wait, I can pay.
Yeah.
But ran out anyway because the dark side called him.
Yeah, so then we get scene, Anakin burning on the shores of Mustafar, and Obi-Wan meets up with Yoda, grabs Natalie Portman, grabs Padme.
And probably stopped it in and out on the way.
Yeah, he was hungry. Remember, that's why he had to get out of there so quick.
Yeah.
And so they go.
And then, they go to the moon.
Yep, they go to the doctor's
with all
office.
The moon people, and Palpatine scoops up that little burnt hot dog of a human being, and they fix him. They fix him right up.
They do
turn him into a little Darth Vader situation. I like how they had like that all that ready to go. Like, hey, Jim, we got a problem. I got this guy. He almost died in lava. He can probably barely breathe. He doesn't have any limbs. Do you have something for him? Is it black? It should be all black. Yeah, no, I think a cape would be a nice touch. Cape. You want a cape? Yeah, let's do the cape. Let's do the. We could always get rid of the cape, so let's take the cape. Yeah, cool. But yeah, just as long as he looks like a Sith Lord samurai kind of a situation, I'm good with it.
Yeah. Do we have? Wait, before we hang up though.
Yeah.
Do we have the voice? Or do we have a voice changer to give him James Earl Jones's voice? I think that would be a really nice adding touch.
That sounds like a plan.
Okay.
I got this AI shit, and I was already watching Lion. Give me 20 minutes.
Okay, yeah, I would like a Mufasa Sith Lord.
Yeah, we can do that.
Cool.
Yeah, no, that sounds great.
Perfect.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Okay, I'll talk to you. That was a nice bit we just had. I liked it. Natalie Portman super bummed and giving birth.
Yeah, just not that she was choked nearly to death, not that she was like inhaling sulfurous fumes for like a bit. She's dying of a broken heart.
Broken heart. Just like
what the fuck?
Where the red fern grows.
Yeah, man. I read that one, but yeah, it just.
I mean, it's the same thing, right? It just the one dog dies because the other dog dies.
I mean, sure, but who?
Is this the time to apply red fern grows logic?
Yeah, now is the time to put like a little bit of magic and mysticism back in the movies. We were on our science shit forever. Now we're back to magic.
I mean, look, I think the key to our liberation is combining science and religion, and clearly Star Wars has done it.
Yeah, they figured it out.
Yeah.
No flaws whatsoever.
Yeah. Some rough writing for Darth Vader right off the bat as he yells no.
Yeah. And then it's weird.
Even when I was 10, I knew that was dumb.
Yeah, like this ending feels flat.
Well, because it's not a cohesive fucking story. I mean, the movie still just and then.
I just feel like George Lucas back in the writers' room was like, guys, we're gonna do a Darth Vader origin story, and we're gonna give all these other characters sick ass like backstories, and we're gonna flesh them out. And then he forgot to do it until like the last 10 minutes of the movie, and was like, all right, get this shit going, let's do it. Come on, gotta get to episode 4.
Gotta get to episode fuck. Yeah. And of course we should shout out to the robots for going ooh-bah. Ooh-bah.
I also
it's very comforting. Yeah.
It's comforting, it's good. I also really appreciate that basically Anakin and Yoda both kind of won their, or not Anakin, Yoda and Obi-Wan both somewhat win in their fights respectively.
Yeah.
And they both decide the best course of action is not to like rally up the troops and like, let's go just squish this right now.
Why don't we lead a rebellion?
Yeah, like why don't we
we were the leaders of we're both pretty experienced generals and we have nothing else to live for.
Yeah, like, and we have A New Hope just kind of born right here. We can like train the children of the most powerful Jedi ever in the ways of the light side. I bet there's like a couple Jedi left who are gonna help out. You want to go like take care of them? And they're like, no. Sand and swamps. That's what we want.
Sand swamp.
Sand swamp.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Natalie Portman has a very sad funeral in Naboo. Still looking great. Cornor did a fantastic job. I mean, the color there, her hair, incredible. The dress, amazing. Nails, glistening.
They don't miss. They don't miss. Music also, great music in these scenes. I say we haven't talked music about this movie so far. Music is always a highlight of these movies, but the funeral, and then we didn't talk about it, but the Execute Order 66 scene, the music in that part.
Let's just talk. Let's sit here and talk. Let's talk music. Let's talk music. Let's talk music
because John Williams again
killed it.
Can't miss.
So first of all, the drums in the very beginning, awesome.
Yeah.
Again, distinct memory seeing that in theaters and being like, yup.
Yeah, that shit rocks.
That shit rocks. These drum beats are sick, kind of got their classic stuff going on.
Like the Imperial March, like esque song when they're doing Order 66 in the Jedi Temple. That thing kind of bangs.
Yeah, and just like really, as soon as Anakin starts crying, the music gets really weird and very like not all that Star Wars-y. And I dig it.
Yeah, it works. And then execute Order 66. Like when you don't hear these explosions and these gunfires. We hear one of the best tracks in all of Star Wars. Like it's so sad. It's so depressing. It hits so many notes of what's going on. It's fantastic.
I gotta say, you do hear all of the gunfire, but it speaks volumes of how powerful the music is.
Yeah, like the music drowns it out a little bit.
Look, here's what I'm saying. Cinema can be boiled down to two things: light and sound. And that the scene's a masterpiece of both of those things. Image to sound, good stuff.
It's great.
I mean, it is a friggin' mood.
Yeah.
Nothing like seeing your heroes getting slaughtered on screen in succession.
And then the Mustafar fight scene music, another classic.
Yeah. I have distinct memories of playing with Star Wars figures, listening to that on repeat.
Now, here's the real question, because the Mustafar Anakin Obi-Wan fight, the music there, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Is it better than Duel of the Fates though? Because Duel of the Fates, I still hold.
I don't think it is.
Okay. I still hold Duel of the Fates as some of the best cinema music ever written.
Yeah. Because like Duel of the Fates is kind of like still kind of the setup of this whole. You know, that was like the OG.
Yeah.
For this series. Yeah, Duel of the Fates rocks. I mean, that song is really good too.
Yeah.
What is this one called? I forget.
The Mustafar fight scene.
Yeah.
Music. Now let's check it out. And we gotta go. Revenge of the Sith soundtrack. While I'm searching this real quick, though, I do want to hear from you. It's called Anakin versus Obi-Wan. But while we're on the topic of music,
that's dumb.
Yeah, right. Or Battle of the Heroes is also
Battle of the Heroes. There it is.
Battle of the Heroes. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Top 3 movie soundtracks. Just movies that have the best soundtracks. Top 3, real quick. What are we on?
Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
Fellowship of the Ring.
Okay. Stumped him with this one.
It's so hard to fit that third category because, like, I feel like those two are very distinctly, like, I still listen to it. Like, the other ones that stuff, like, I feel like a lot of movies have good soundtracks, but, like, in the way that they, like, get, you know, music or, like, have other songs from other artists. Like, those are the only other soundtracks, like, I listen to is, like, those kind of playlists, like, from like like, you know, like one thing Wes Anderson and Quentin Tarantino are good at doing is picking songs for their movies. So it's like, okay, I know I listen to those. I've got Jackie Brown on vinyl. It's like I could just say Indiana Jones, but that's so boring, you know, to just keep it in house.
I mean, I think I'm looking at like my top 3, and I think I might have an all John Williams lineup.
Yeah,
because I'm like, it's Star Wars, Jaws, and Jurassic Park.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
The Jurassic Park theme is just iconic.
Oh, you know, In Bruges had a good theme.
Ooh,
Band of Brothers has a good theme.
Ooh, talking In Bruges.
Dude, other movies I was obsessed with as a teenage lad.
I mean, In Bruges is good. All right, do you like In Bruges? On other movies, real quick, just another Colin. Yeah. We're doing a Colin Farrell tidbit. In Bruges or Banshees of Inisherin? Which one's better?
In Bruges.
In Bruges.
I mean, it's unfair because it's an action movie, so it's like, all right, it's a little more fun. I mean, you know, Banshees of Ed Sheeran, as I like to call it.
Yeah.
Like it's like the opposite. It's very much like, I mean, it's kind of like an intellectual art piece of criticizing war, which is a good balance for Martin McDonagh based on the movies he's made.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I liked Banshees of Inisherin a lot. I didn't really like Psychopaths that much. I don't know if you ever saw that.
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, he made that. I forget if there's another movie after Seven Psychopaths, but he made that after In Bruges, but it wasn't as good.
Yeah,
got a little out there.
We'll come back to our In Bruges. We might do an episode. We got so many episodes of movies we need to watch.
Yeah,
to talk about.
Yeah, yeah. I might just for kicks, just for the variety, go with the soundtrack to Band of Brothers. That one I was loved.
It's so good. Also, one of like the best war depictions.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, I was also obsessed with Band of Brothers.
I mean, it's hard not to be obsessed with Band of Brothers.
When I was 14 and I got that box set, I was just like, holy shit. After I finished the last episode, I just put the first episode right back in.
Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, that's a phenomenal. We need to come back to talk about that series in and of itself. Band of Brothers series is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll go with that.
Okay.
I'll go with that. That's my answer.
Good. Yeah, John Williams though knocks out the park with Star Wars, especially Revenge of the Sith. This is a good ass like sound like AP put on.
Yeah. Yeah. I it'd be fun to also rank the movies by their soundtracks, but I think it would be it would be a different order for me. I think.
Yeah, so no way you're putting Attack of the Clones above Last Jedi on music.
I don't know. I kind of like the Padme and Anakin love theme.
But the setting of the twin sons from Last Jedi, iconic. I know.
The thing is, it's like I don't even. I'm like blacked out on them. They're dead to me.
I can't. That's an episode I've circled on the calendar that I'm ready to watch.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty funny.
Yeah, that one's gonna be just screaming at each other at the end of it. I swear.
That'll probably be the end of the podcast.
Yeah, we'll have a farewell tour after we talk about Last Jedi.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know, like Revenge of the Sith, because it kind of just ends here. Like it just ends.
It does. It kind of reminds me of like an Empire Strikes Back ending.
Yeah. But
where
like
it's
not
just like
good.
Not really satisfying because it's just setting up the next movie.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still kind of like, it does leave you like, holy shit. Damn. They're all dead.
They're all dead. We got Darth Vader. We kind of see how they gained power and how they became like space Nazis.
Sure.
We get to see how it happens, which is
yeah.
It ends pretty abruptly. And this one I feel like is the most unsatisfying ending.
Yeah.
Even compared to like Empire, which has like damn, that was like a rough ending.
Yeah.
This is definitely the best one.
Yeah. They just kind of tie everything up and call it a day.
Mm-hmm.
See Aunt Beru as a young lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's the best one of the first three by far.
Yeah, I agree.
I say this one.
Yeah.
This one gets the job done. This one's a movie.
Yeah, it's just barely. Just barely. I feel, a good rule of thumb in writing is to not have your beats divided, not have all your narrative beats transition by and then.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like all three movies are just and then, and then, and then, and then, and then.
Yeah.
And then.
And then we get to the good movies.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
Yeah. These ones are weird. It's doing a retrospective on these has been fun, but boy, it kind of makes me wonder how the series survived.
Yeah, I mean,
because these things
still. Yeah, well, I feel like kids, with the tonal issues, kids are already going to be tuning out all of the love story. Like, who's the love story really for? You know, is that for the kids or for the parents taking the kids? I don't know. So it's like, you know, those lines are going to get tuned out as a kid. You know, who the heck knows what romantic speak is?
Don't know what
And
a
then it's
senator
like,
is.
you basically just tune out all the political plot stuff, and the rest of it's pretty fun.
It is fun. I think as a kid though, watching these, I'm trying to like remember a time when I was a child, like VHS tapes and DVDs. I don't think I ever remembered a plot of these movies. Like what was going on in these movies, I couldn't tell you. But I could tell you when
No,
the
it was very much
lightsabers
just
was.
like the Phantom Menace happens, and then Attack of the Clones happens.
Yeah, it's
Because
like
the Phantom Menace is basically an Attack of the Clone, like it's like this Clone War prequel.
yeah.
It's too many prequels.
Yeah, they really like set up a lot for this one throwaway line that Obi-Wan says in A New Hope.
Yeah, right.
He's like, I fought in the Clone Wars, and they never talk about it again. And then we get 2 setup movies, and then like a really shitty CGI movie, and then 7 seasons about the Clone Wars, and then we get the 3rd movie. And it's just like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. Yeah. Just a fever dream of ideas, basically.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's too
Yeah.
much. They put too much in these movies. I think at the end of the day, they wanted to do too much. They bit off more than they can chew.
Yeah, I think having a team of people who can give you an honest critique on your work while you're making it is super important. And I think George had that for the first 2 Star Wars movies he made, A New Hope and Empire. But I think you could see it, slowly drifting away by Return of the Jedi. And there's too much of focus on like merchandising and money.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what the producers, I think, focused in on. I mean, I love the behind the scenes of the Phantom Menace after their first screening, and they're like, "What are we gonna do?"
Yeah, let's make 2 more movies. Fuck it.
We're gonna make 2 more, baby.
And then
because
they're like, all right, let's make a second one. All right, how'd that one go? Worse than the fucking first one.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna make a 3rd one. It's pretty good.
Being such a VFX based movie, like, you know, the first, you know, A New Hope took a long time to edit, and you know, it had been edited so many different times. And I forget, I don't think George did the last edit on it, or if he brought somebody in, but they did like a very radically different edit. But I feel like you can't do that anymore when the whole movie, because if you have this many visual effects, like the whole movie has to be kind of scripted out, created. You can't really take direction or like have all these unique takes.
Yeah, because I mean, you can see that with certain movies that have come out in the recent, like probably last 10 years that have done that. Great example I always point to is the Justice League movies. Like the Justice League movie, when it kept going through different editing people and different producers and stuff, and it just didn't. They just edited it really bad.
Yeah.
Because so when you edit movies, make sure you're editing them for the better, not for yourself.
Edit good, don't edit bad.
Yes. Write good dialogue, and we're good. It's a good movie right there. Yeah, the dialogue thing. It's always
dialogue helps.
Yeah, it's always my favorite
and
thing.
Like, it can be a little more excused if the rest of the movie's good, but I really like good dialogue. What am I saying? I hate bad dialogue.
Yeah, it's my favorite quote was I think it's on like a Letterman or something. It's an interview with Mark Hamill back when he was still like a youngin, and there's the infamous story of Harrison Ford like threatening to leave Star Wars if they didn't fix the dialogue, because he was like, "This is so fucking bad. I will just leave the project."
Good for Harrison.
Yeah, Harrison knows what he wants.
Yeah. Bad dialogue is the worst. Like, so much dialogue is like, are you just trying to make this sound like it's movie dialogue? Like, not conversation. I'm not even talking about Star Wars. I mean, that's just a different level of bad. But
that one we can just go, it's Star Wars, the prequels dialogue, and everyone goes, fuck. And then you have
that's a special little flavor.
And then we got all this new dialogue.
It doesn't even it's not like It's original, but it's not good.
It's not good. And now everything post Avengers like world we're living in, where it's just like copying Josh Whedon.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, let's not do that either.
Oh, Marvel's ruining everything. Disney's ruining everything.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Well, still good movies. There's still good movies being written. Still fun ones.
Yeah, I'm sure I would love to see new cool movies come out, not just recycled.
It's the last movie I went and saw. Saw Mario. Mario's
How
fun.
was it?
It's actually pretty fun. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I need to go see that movie called what is it, like Beau is Afraid?
Beau is Afraid.
Beau is Afraid. Yeah,
I'd like to see that one as well. I'm a big A24 fan.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it looks fun. Man, it really hailed today. Out of nowhere.
Yeah, we had a bunch of like clouds and stuff. Now it's all sunny here.
Yeah.
No hail though.
Oh yeah, it was like coming down. I was like, whoa. I hope it doesn't get worse, or else my truck is in trouble. But it didn't get any worse. But it was still wouldn't want to be outside for that.
Yeah, that's fair. Any last thoughts on the first 3 Star Wars movies?
Yeah, shout out to them for shaping my childhood in a good enough way. Would have loved to have seen all those changes that I complained about for hours on end, such as better visual effects, better dialogue, better writing, better plots. Otherwise, they're fantastic.
Yeah, just if you want the best way to experience these 3 movies, go play the Lego Star Wars games. They do a great job at just making these fun and exciting.
The new Lego Star Wars game looks pretty fun.
I haven't played that one. I played like the old ones from like 2007.
I was obsessed.
I was too. I played the shit out of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can play Lego Star Wars. It's the best way to experience these 3.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Now I guess, the only question is, which one do we do next? Do we hit Rogue One and Han Solo? Like, how do we?
Oh, the order. That's right.
Or do we go right in? Yeah,
no,
we're doing it.
I think we're hitting Solo. I think we're going chronological.
Oh, so we still got to. All right. I mean, I don't hate those movies.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? Solo's a blast, and Rogue One's flying for 45 minutes.
Yeah, I know. I was just pretty excited to watch
A New Hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's excited to watch A New Hope.
Yeah, we're getting closer. So which do we do first, Rogue One or Han? I guess Han Solo.
It's Solo, yeah. Yeah, we gotta go watch Donald Glover have like a weird sexual relation with the robot.
Well, at least there are some positives there. For sure.
We got some positives.
Yeah, I like that Donald Glover plays Lando.
Yeah, he does good in Solo. Solo's good. I like Solo. I'm excited to watch it again. I've always liked that movie.
Yeah.
So, and then Rogue One, and then 4, and then we get to the good stuff. Then we get into the controversial stuff.
You mean the bad stuff?
You're talking about Return of the Jedi? You're right. We are going to talk about the bad stuff.
Fight me.
I fucking hate that movie.
I can't believe you hate it. Like, I get it that it's not as good as the other 2.
I think it's just because it's the sequel of 2 of some of the all-time best movies ever made.
Yeah.
And then they just whiff so hard. It's just like it's a reverse Revenge of the Sith, where you have 2 whiffs and then a home run, and then you got 2 home runs and then the fucking strikeout.
Yeah, and that movie is very much and then
we're done.
And then we're done. But I don't know. Like, honestly, like, the Battle of Endor is just so good.
Really? You're going to say the Battle of Endor is the redeeming quality?
Look, like, of all the things I hate in this world, like, I really don't hate Ewoks. Like,
see, I'm not a big Battle of Endor. I don't like the ending of that movie. I love the beginning of Return of the Jedi. Like the infiltration of Jabba's palace, getting Han Solo back. I like that scene. That's a lot of fun with the Sarlacc pit.
Like, I mean, I feel like they got a little too excited with their, just trying to make little puppets and toys. Like
you have Jim Henson, Warwick Davis. Like you're going crazy.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, that space battle's awesome. Yeah,
space battle's cool. The Vader fight's
pretty cool in it.
The That's not as good.
What?
Coming
Are you
off
drunk? Did
maybe
you get drunk before getting on this podcast?
maybe we gotta save our conversation for
You're
this
right.
movie.
We're never gonna get to it if we start talking about it now.
Yeah, I say we're gonna disagree on this one. All right, so
Oh my God.
keep your eyes open and keep listening so you can hear us yell about Return of the Jedi and Last Jedi at each other.
Dude, yelling about Star Wars is just what I was born to do.
Yeah. So, but thank you for watching our special Star Wars episodes, our first 3. We do appreciate it. May the Force be with you. And let us know out of the top
with you.
Yeah, thank you. And let us know in the comments and in the reviews which is the best of the prequels. We all know the answer, but I want to hear if someone try to defend Attack of the Clones. I really do.
That would be fun. I mean, Attack of the Clones, it's a unique flavor, but yeah. All right. Well, thank you for watching this very special episode. I think if there's one thing that's clear is we love Star Wars, and we appreciate your
forever.
Yeah. So go on, get out there.
Yeah.
And,
watch a movie, maybe Star Wars, maybe not.
Go watch a Star Wars.
Yeah. All right. Well, I've been Boots.
And I've been Tom.
And we'll catch you on the other side of the galaxy.
All right, jump into hyperspace.